Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to my custom Minutemen themed courthouse build here at Bunker Hill in Fallout 4. If you missed out on part 1, well, you missed the courthouse room itself, as well as additional facilities like the sheriff's office and a bunch of other neat stuff, including Patriot Plaza on the inside of the old Bunker Hill Memorial Building. So go ahead and watch part 1, and then here in part 2, me and my co-host here, Joel, are going to take a look at how the caravans, mercenaries, civilians, and orphans of Bunker Hill are kind of living large now that the Minutemen have been in charge here for a few years. Let's dive back in at the bar, which is now an extension of the Colonial Tap House. As you saw from the sign, this is now an extension of the Colonial Tap House. They have licensed the name from the same tap house in Diamond City.
Licensed?
Yeah, I imagine they're paying caps for the privilege, because that's a well-known Diamond City name. It's a very...
I just wouldn't expect the general to, like, be paying a license.
Oh, no. This is privately owned. General Dave supports commerce.
Ah.
And that's one cool thing about the settlement is there's lots of stuff here at Bunker Hill that's still owned by the traders, the merchants, and the caravans. It's just kind of been pushed to the side for all the government stuff. It's in all the peripheral areas.
All the budget rooms for the discerning customer.
You like that?
Dave, on the scale of non-discerning to very discerning, what kind of customer would you say you are?
I would be sleeping either on top of the walls or outside the walls. It's free. I'm a dead man. The bar has been upgraded quite a bit with new decorations.
Oh, look at those keys. Look at those keys. You can see them.
Fine place to sleep.
They're pretty big.
Everything in this world, their keys are just massive.
It's like hanging off your belt loop. But kind of built onto the end of the bar area here, you got this one nice room right here. But it's not for rent. This is where our whatever current judge is presiding. He stays here on this executive room, which is pretty swanky.
Ooh.
Quite nice.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice roaring fireplace. Look at the light flickering. And oh no, that's just glitching. It's supposed to be flickering, but the glitch is currently struggling to not crash the game. It's like a strobe light. Here, let's close this door. Maybe that'll help. You can see it for like a half second. He's got his nice firelight going. Look, he's even got decorations for his living room. Very pleasant. But Joel, along with lots of paperwork and taxes, what else does government always breed in real life?
Drunks?
Corruption.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that's close.
Just government bloat breeds corruption. Yeah. So, besides being a bit of a drunk, perhaps, he has his own bar. He's next to a bar. Like, open the door, man. Come on. Like, you need it to be within arm's reach, really. It looks like our judge here is a little bit of a pervert, maybe.
What's going on over here?
Some hot candle wax, a little jar of oil, and some handcuffs. Huh. He'll help you reduce your sentence. And he's got a window to the outside here where he can close the curtain to hide.
I feel like this place was started by the general, and then the general abandoned it, and now it's just dropping deep into sin.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a slight bit of a pervert for a judge, but with great power comes great perversion.
He's got his robes right there. Oh man.
Let's leave Judge Pervert behind here. Close up all that filth. That carpet, I wouldn't walk on that carpet.
Yeah.
Eh.
I see General Dave having like a list on here saying like if this place doesn't turn around, you just have like a date to bomb like in the next 10 years. You know, like you'll just get rid of it. You know, it's like it doesn't serve your purpose. They will have no purpose.
Hey, as long as those cases keep getting finalized, then whatever he does behind that door is whatever. Just close the curtain. The guys that were running this bar at Bunker Hill before the Minutemen took over are still in charge, but they've had some upgrades. Got the key hooks here, some notes.
Fine place to sleep right here. Reasonable rate.
Plenty of food for the
customers. Is that the thing you were riding?
Yeah.
Yeah. A werebear? Bear?
Yaogwai?
Yaogwai, yeah.
Yeah. Werebear. wrong game. Wrong game.
What am I thinking of? Werebear. I don't know.
That's terrifying. And you've got your heat source out here, as you do. Also convenient for cooking some probably not so fresh bar stew. And these guys are still kind of living a simple life, you know? Nothing fancy, no frills. Most important thing, cleaning supplies for the bar and a safe for all their caps. That's the important bit. Got some cool old style soda fountain tin signs up. Ice cold sodas. And if we go up our staircase here, you see our budget rooms for the discerning customer. They even installed a railing now, Joel. Before you just walked along here and it was like this 1.5 foot wide walkway. It's a little bit safer now. There's our judge's room from above. All of our hotel rooms come with the amenities here at the bar.
A bed.
You've got a bed, sheets, some decorations occasionally.
So many amenities.
No leaking rooftops this time.
That's actually an amenity.
Yeah. Dude, the rooms here were garbage. Like cloth.
Where are they getting all
rooftops.
these clean towels, Dave?
Clean towels?
Yeah, do you have a place where they clean them?
Yes, I do.
Did
Down
I
in
get
that
you?
tub.
Down in the tub?
Down in the tub.
I almost got you.
I actually thought about putting a washer and dryer in here, but I was like, even for a hotel, I feel like with the showers right there, like it's all tubs, it wouldn't make any sense. I actually did think of that. But I was hoping you wouldn't ask. Someone must be staying in this room. Probably a lawyer. That's lawyer money right there.
Oh my gosh.
I also imagine that you would have some lawyers that you could hire to help defend you in that scary court. That nervous guy needs to get himself a lawyer. He's not going to hold up well in that courtroom. Clean sheets. He's got a little radio for his room. And the last one here. Got some armor storage, and then his lamp is off, because I imagine this room is not being rented just yet. I really wonder how many people can actually read. There's a lot of reading material. Perhaps the Minutemen are helping with the illiteracy problem in the Commonwealth. And Joel, because I moved so many things around in this settlement to make room for all the government stuff, I had to figure out how the different trade areas were going to work. And that includes figuring out how the caravans were going to work. So, seeing all the traders can no longer fit in the main Bunker Hill building here, because there's so much of the space taken up by the government stuff, we've moved some of the trading to the back alleyway here.
Just do what
with
we
this
talked
additional
about.
walkway
All right?
that leads down like this. There's Kessler, one of the caravan traders. She's working some of the extra plants here, just it's like supplemental food basically here.
Yeah.
But I also had to add an extra gate because I built up so much stuff the Brahmin couldn't get in and out of the settlement anymore. So this is basically an extra gate. I added a little pathway in the creation kit just so that the Brahmin have a lore-friendly way to get in and out now that I built so many things out front that block the way. But still, secure walls all around, beacon of hope.
Secure walls, beacon of hope.
Secure doors. And there's the back of the upgraded motel there, with a rough-looking roof, but one that no longer leaks at least, and a laser turret to watch the caravan entrance. Some additional scrap art up top too, little entranceway. And down here we have where one of the other shops has moved to. You can get your stuff
Hey,
repaired.
Let me take a look at you.
I said, let us do your pairing. We know how to do it right. I was like, oh, need a wife? Need a husband? Let us do the pairing.
Joel, it's not that kind of market. She's kind of
Not
been
today.
relegated to the back alleyway here. I don't know what dialogue has happened. I just hit a button, but that was awkward. Respect the general.
You got any more of them smokes?
Look, you're in the back alleyway now. You can be outside the walls if you keep it up. And then there's one of the doors that goes into, once again, as you can see, this is some new housing to kind of provide some better shelter than those crappy shacks.
Yeah.
Than people that people were living in before here at Bunker Hill.
I like this little covering right here. It's kind of cool. It reminds me of like a farmer's market.
Yeah, farmer's market was the exact feel I was going for.
Rain
Joel,
shine.
you understand me. Perhaps it's the 2.5 years of Fallout tours.
Yeah, perhaps.
This is mostly unchanged here. This is the Brahmin pen. I actually really liked how it looked. As far as location goes, it just turned out that this was the only place left to have it, is where they already put it, because they built stuff everywhere else. So I was like, the Brahmin pen stays.
Bro, I was like shoving the other way.
And there's the, you can see like the hanging lights for the
Yeah, I like that.
nighttime. And then if we go this way through all these new housing areas, reminder that the Minutemen are protecting your family. And just to make you horrified, Joel, all these planks,
I didn't even notice.
all of these planks and the bar sign and all were placed by me. And because I did some of this in the creation kit, all of the trash and all was also rearranged and replaced by me. Because, you know, it's the back alleyway market. Like, it's a little bit rougher, not quite as clean. Got our entranceway here with some tarps.
Rangers, give 'em hell!
Additionally, I want you for the Minutemen. Someone's like drawing the General Dave beard on Uncle Sam.
That is awesome.
The paintbrush. And as an extension of one of the buildings that we saw from back at Sanctuary, because the General will never stop fighting, this structure right here, this 2-story structure with our
Not now, Chief.
responsible adult out
A
front.
lot of smokers in your town.
A lot of smokers. They're all the caravan workers. But she's the responsible adult. That smoke looks really good, by the way. That's a great animation. She's the responsible adult in charge of this branch of General Dave's minimum security orphanarium and school. It's a bit of a...
They have to have your name on it. Why?
Because General Dave has built this
But isn't it the
Minutemen empire.
Minutemen?
Who's in charge, Joel? What were the Minutemen before General Dave?
Why isn't
They
it
were
called General
nothing.
Dave's Propaganda Emporium or whatever with the Plaza?
I mean, you gotta have a line somewhere.
Oh, that's the line, but you gotta make sure.
But General Dave is specifically helping the children.
Gotcha.
There's a slight drainage problem here. As you can see, there's like some flood water here.
Gross.
This was a lot of fun to build. This like little flooded bit with the overgrown plants and the light leading to the door.
General Dave has his name on. He got the sign. He probably hasn't even visited this place once.
It's like all overgrown. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the kids are currently
careful
entertaining
out there.
themselves
Hi,
by
mister.
playing in the mud. Protected by the Minutemen. Keep it up, kids. But, you know, this is a lot of kids, Joel. And kids can't pay taxes because they can't do adult jobs in the apocalypse, like go out and, you know, loot and stuff like that, right?
Can they
Not
though?
now, Chief.
Some probably can, but most kids probably not safe to send them out. General Dave has a heart, probably. So
Heart of gold.
What do all the orphans do? How do they earn their stay? Well, back here is the Orphanarium workshop, where the kids can use their small hands to work on complicated things like power armor or just traditional armor and backpacks. Got a whole bunch of just work areas back here, and this used to be one of their actual living quarters. So this is an upgrade. Like, you're now living in at least a real
This
shelter.
is how you justify.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what used to be your crappy living quarters, and again, this rooftop was not this nice.
Yeah.
Now it's the work area. Now you live in this nice, big metal.
Yeah, when you had your freedom living in a crappy shack, now you're enslaved living in a place.
It's the price you pay.
Yeah.
Price you pay for security. There's all of our tools here in the workshop. Reminder that we can do it. Salvage scrap to crush our enemies. This is basically just an entire workshop full of workbenches.
What do they build for you?
Well, as you can see right now, some of the
coming in.
traders and some of the Minutemen are working on repairing some of the equipment. He's doing some diagnostics, it looks like, on the terminal. And she's working on a pipe pistol, it looks like. That's a weapons workbench. But yeah, they're getting things set up for the next, afternoon of working away at the shops. But right now the kids are on recess because it's an orphanarium. Like, there's still free time and recess and all. But they do need to do their part to earn their stay at the sewing machine.
My gosh.
There's one of the kids here that actually smokes. I saw her smoking when I was building. I was like, this is perfect. Like, all these kids are like working in the workshop, smoking away. But yeah, this used to be one of the shacks that they had to live in, and now it's just the workshop. Work has to get done, but at least you're not living there anymore.
Don't forget, boys and girls, work has to get done.
Or the pillory. And there's some gardening supplies for when they're working on the garden. Someone's been like planting flowers in one of the cinder blocks. If we head up this way.
Can we go inside the building?
The monument?
No, inside the orphanage.
And this, Joel, is where you're going to be very, very thankful. To save on both frame rate and tour time, I had all the interior spaces be non-tourable.
Oh, wow.
They're facades. This is
Just
literally
like General Davis. A facade for doom.
Ever see one of our caravans?
I want to say, Joel,
It's a
this
dice
is
with
to
death.
respect your time when you're
Yeah,
stuck
yeah.
here touring, but in reality, this is to prevent the game from literally exploding. It's already crashed twice tonight, guys, recording this video. Can you imagine if I had actually done all the interiors? But yeah, I initially designed all these housing areas so that I wouldn't have to have them tourable because of the frame rate. Plus, we already saw the Orphanarium in Sanctuary, so imagine more of that, basically. More
Look, I'm trying
chalkboards
to
with General
relax.
Dave's
It's been on the
pro
road a
tips.
long time.
Pro tips.
And over here, past our orphans playing in the mud and dirt, is the entranceway for a lot of the traders, and not the caravans, because again, you can see what I meant. Like, all the Brahmin can't fit through here anymore, which is why I had that back gate that was added.
Yeah.
But this is where you might come if you were to trade. And it's been built up with a ton of sandbagged fences to help control people who might be coming through all the different streets here. So it's got like pikes and barbed wire and frame rate drops. There's their orphanarium and some of the turrets on the wall help protect things.
Trade your wares, drop your kids off. Because there's work that's got to be done.
They live a productive life at the Minutemen Orphanarium. Thanks to General Dave. See the guy with the hat looking over the picnic table defenses? This guy showed up with his hair, Joel, and I was like, I'm giving him like a full cowboy hat. This guy is badass. Like, he is in charge of the front entrance. Look at this guy right here. Oh yeah, he's watching that perimeter.
How you do, ma'am?
And you can also see our new Minutemen uniforms.
You need to get a spittoon, man.
Wish I could say I had
fire
half the
barrels right
guts you
there.
do.
Hiss. Yeah. Even more turrets and barbed wire. And like all of my settlements, you have to have the Minutemen statue. This one was actually already here.
Wow.
So that saved me 10 seconds of time of placing one. A propaganda poster. I want you to join the Minutemen.
I needed it. You need to change that around to I want you to work for me. That's essentially what it means.
Yeah. Orphans welcome. And up top here we've got a welcome sign. Traders welcome ahead. And the Hall of Justice this way. General Dave giving a thumbs up there on the paper cutout. I imagine the kids help like with pasting the cutouts up too.
Yeah. General Dave has been around because he'd look at the side and just be like, who did that?
Scrape that paste off.
Into the pillory.
You can go up here and get a look. That's what the back alleyway looks like now. It really is like an alleyway, it feels like, because there's so much vertical height and all the spaces are so narrow. But it feels very lived in now. You can kind of see the progression if you remember what Bunker Hill used to look
like settlements really well.
This one was...
What?
Oh yeah, what is this? That's a narrow staircase.
That's to clear away for a big drop.
Perfect. Yeah, this one's packed in really tight because there were already walls around it, which saved me some time as well. But I had a limited amount of in-wall space to work with. That brings us around to the Fleabag Hovel, Bounty Hunter Headquarters.
What in the world?
So before the Minutemen arrived and saved the day and established the Orphanarium, etc., you know the drill, the caravans were very dependent on mercenaries to protect their wares.
Sounds like new textures or something.
Yeah, it's some new textures. I made some new signs, like the Fleabag Hovel, and it's some new netting materials and stuff. But this is where a combination of Minutemen soldiers can go to hang out, or actual mercenaries traveling around the Commonwealth, selling their services to Minutemen and citizens. So imagine the Colonial Tap House bar is like the judge, the lawyers, the citizens, the civilians, they all go to that one. The nicer bar. This is kind of the bounty hunter bar, the soldiers bar.
The sell swords.
The sell-swords bar. It's like
The
the
sell
military.
guns.
Like, you can't have the officers bar be the same as the
Sure.
the grunt bar.
Dave, I love the way you say it's when I think about it, I go, you can't have higher class people going to lower class. It's like, whoa, dude.
That's how the military works. That's how the military works. You have officers bars and you have you have the enlisted men bars. Yeah. It just worked out very well for me.
In real life, though, Dave.
Yeah.
What do you believe? If there's an apocalypse, do I need to kill you first?
Guys, don't worry. None of this General Dave character is any kind of reflection of my own actual character at all.
Not
at all. Even though I'm wearing the Ranger Dave shirt.
Oh, what's this?
The Average Ranger Falls National Park. That's from that short film about Ranger Dave, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Over here we have the iBot pod station, where we're repairing and maintaining iBots, which go out and search for scrap, search for caravans, search for radar bases, search for orphans. Come on in, orphans. We got a warm bed and a warmed up sewing machine for you.
We'll serve you sweet justice.
Oh my. This over here, again, is what the inside of the bounty hunter bar looks like. And you've got to have your bounties out front, right? On the notice board with a map of the Commonwealth, like tracking, like, last saw this guy over here, he stole from this place at Diamond City, wanted for murder or whatnot. And this bar, in comparison to the Colonial Tap House extension, has a lot rougher construction. It has, like, netting, it's got, framework here, broken curtains, stuff like that. It really feels like it was put together from a lot of different bits of scrap and stuff like that. Maybe in more stages compared to the Tap House, which might have gotten like one big upgrade all at once. This is kind of just cobbled together. Gambling for the soldiers. Spend those caps.
The one machine.
Right in the middle of the bar, too. You got your stove for heating.
Huh?
Oh, wait. She's drinking General Dave's rye whiskey out of a giant glass. She is toasted right now. Over here we got additional bar area, some coasters. Someone's got some drinking their alcohol and then chasing it with some coffee. They got guard duty tonight. You got your noodles, your Nuka-Cola.
Did you place those bottles, Dave?
These are, I think, 2 or 3 different prop sets
Yeah.
that I chose from. That's a prop set.
I remember the days when you used to hand do all that.
You ready for this, Joel? Because I knew, you bastard. I knew! I knew you would bring this up. Remember all those props in the courtroom? All those magnifying glasses and folders and pistols and all the caps on the weights? I hand-placed every one of those individually so I could throw it in your face. That's the only reason I did it like that. Over here you've got your drinks menu. Hey,
dude, that thing looks wet.
It does.
It's glistening.
Oh, gross. I'd like to imagine that it was, like, coated in something to help seal it and not rot or something, but yeah, that is glistening. Floor is kind of rough in here, too, as you would expect from
Need something?
a soldier's bar with a giant come and take it flag in the back with the light that casts shadows, so you can really appreciate that bump mapping detail with the threaded Minutemen lightning on it as well.
Hey.
There's our bartender and the drink rack over there with the Colt metal sign behind it. I love these bar metal signs that I found recently. It really adds a lot, I think, to the bars. Extra food and drink. Stove for cooking up those potatoes and whatnot. And a bar bathroom for those that ate too much of the bar stew. Got the candle lit, ready to go. And a newspaper. And you've got your darts over here and some additional signs that just make it feel like a nice, cozy, but rough and tumble soldier's bar. And additionally, so that you don't have Minutemen, Rangers, soldiers, and mercenaries coming through that are mixing with all the civilians, they have their own shower space as well. You know, like an outdoor shower almost, with this like pipe hanging off the edge and light and soap and all.
I don't know why. I'd shower in here.
Thank you.
Just saying.
It's got some minor protection and just like a little gap in the wall there. We've got an armored window here for the upper area of the bar. We'll go up and see where that is as the frame rate erodes. Up here is where some of the mercenaries... Oh yeah, because I was very careful maneuvering around it, yeah. Up here's where some of the mercenaries stay for like a night or two before they head out after their next assignment. Got a workbench to maintain some weapons. Got a very fun, like, sailor-style bed. Some handmade, homemade artwork. Rangers give him hell. Minutemen Rangers give him hell. And if we can get back into this corner, very tight quarters. Someone's been working on some nicer artwork as well.
Where'd you get some of that? I'm guessing that's a mod.
Hmm?
Looks nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's the same mod that adds the little bullet sculptures and the bottle sculptures. I love all this scrappy stuff where it's like they basically started with objects from the world and said, what could people be crafting out of this in their spare time?
That's cool.
It's a cool idea, I think. Very cool idea. And over here is that armored wall. Let's close it back up if you want. Protect your bunk bed. Yeah, just a small little railing there because this is, again, it's a soldier's bar. No, trap door to block out the noise. You're just crashing here for the night, essentially. Probably most people who stay up there are the ones who are too drunk to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
And that is Fleabag Hovel, which is, I think, a pretty fantastic name for a mercenary bar.
Yeah, I like it.
Which is also built on top of the framework of one of those old-style jacks. That brings us, at long last, to the obelisk itself. This is the panic room / observation room, basically. Let's close up the door here.
I gave you the tour.
Orphans, well, actually, she has a parent here, so she's not technically an orphan, but excuse me, children, if you don't mind.
Doors are slammed.
She walking with her lit cigarette just stuck to her hand.
Only lost 2 men on the last one.
As you can see, this is now a Minutemen secure area.
You wouldn't believe how many people take my tour.
That kid's actually a hologram.
Don't want to lose you.
Ooh, that's cool, Dave.
I have turned the central obelisk into, again, a panic room, with like a security room. So if all the other outer walls fail, this guy in here can get into the power armor as a trained power armor user and come to the rescue. Or if they have time, like they can get the judge in here and seal the door up to save the day. Just shoving it out of the way.
Oh, that was don't delete that.
That was great.
Whoosh.
Bethesda's got this.
Great.
Oh man.
Don't smoke, kids.
It makes you real slow on the reflexes. In here, he's got almost like a submarine, the red lights for your night vision.
That's good.
He's in radio communication with other settlements. He's got a computer.
He's learning right now. He's learning from those tip videos.
All those security cameras, Joel, which, by the way, they've been hidden all throughout. See if you guys can count them all. They can be brought up on the central console here, and there's additional storage of weapons and whatnot around the corner. This is very, very tight quarters. Look at his poor chair, like, backed right up against the wall. Yeah, he can call in those feeds and see what's going on. He's got his helmet on in case of, like, a rocket attack on the monument. He's got his surveillance, his extra pistol, and some additional weapon storage. A safe for the caps, and the broadsider right there, which you can get from the USS Constitution quest. Some additional M14 rifles.
That looks like it reminds me of the old like 80s like Western video game or 90s video games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna get you there.
It's funny. A lot of the old target shooting silhouette targets look like they're from just like 80s action movies. They're fantastic. But you know, you have like a ranger running here that maybe he just had his pistol with him. He can grab one of the rifles or grab the broadside.
Is there extra ammunition? Oh, is that inside the box?
In the boxes here. That's
Gotcha.
the ammo crate right there. He can grab one of the M14s or the broadsider, and you can head up the stairs here. And I love that Bethesda already had the lanterns for me right here. The lanterns to light the way. You can get out here and defend the orphans from attack. And it also gives you a really cool overview of how it looks now with the settlement.
It's awesome.
I mean, you know, Joel, my fireplaces, they have to have the actual smokestacks out the top with the cap
I
on
didn't
it.
see him at the bottom, so...
You really couldn't see them at the bottom, so there it is. There's our Orphanarium, which looks huge from up here, actually. That's pretty massive. Whoa, whoa! Stepped the wrong direction there. Let's go up this way. Nice little sniper's nest right there. You can see all the way down the road there.
I remember when we went in an actual real lighthouse. Like, it's really cool. I like, even just like seeing... I can just picture how much wind is like...
Oh yeah, the wind, yeah.
Remember, that was like crazy how windy it was.
And there's the Constitution up there. I did that quest finally. And I got the hat for the judge from the Constitution, this lieutenant's hat.
That's cool. Yeah, I remember being able to go up this. I kind of forgot about that.
Oh! That's actually a window finally.
Oh, what? You're right at the top.
And we're at the top at last. So some good lookouts for most of the way up. Let's head back down. Whoa! Woo! Alright kids, watch those
You like
stairs.
slipped out the corner a little bit.
I was on the outer edge of those stairs there.
Dude, this could turn into like the ultimate Home Alone like trap. Ice all these steps, you know. Whoa!
Can you imagine though trying to break into this secure like bunker area and trying to get up those stairs with people that are actually armed? That would be a tough fight. So Joel, what do you think of Bunker Hill and the Minutemen Hall of Justice?
Dude, I like it. I like it a lot. I like what's the Plaza
Patriot Plaza.
Patriot. I always want to say Propaganda Plaza, which is the same thing. That's probably what most people call it behind your back.
Yeah, that one was really fun to try to figure out. Like, okay, you have lots of caravans and traders here.
Yeah.
Well, now that you have so much government stuff here, what would they be doing now? And it's like some people, yeah, they'd be trading traditional goods. Sure.
What the? What's I just see a head? Oh, it's a. I thought
It's a dummy. It's a dummy.
It looked like someone was hiding behind the thing. Like, whoa.
Spooky.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it just made sense that you'd have some government officials who used to be traders who are now making more money.
I like the colors and the courtroom is great. That's awesome. I love the paintings on the wall, dude. The General Dave painting. Whoever did that,
Joshua, yeah.
Joshua, yeah. Holy crap, dude, that's so good. Like, dude, you need to have a huge one. Like, I want some. Like, nothing would please me more, Dave, than to give you like a 40 by 40 like foot giant one and like a huge
like an
mural.
oak frame around it, like all the detailing.
It's like you got a freaking lightsaber razor blade thing. Did you tame that thing?
Who knows? Probably so.
It came into the Hall of Justice and then you tamed it.
Is it a legend or is it real? General Dave will never tell.
It's real.
I do feel like, Joel, you haven't been completely observant, though. Is there anything you haven't brought up that you think you might have missed?
Okay, well, the only thing I feel like I mean, maybe all the drug addict people. Does that have anything to do with it?
No.
Okay.
They're just grandfathered in. There
Okay.
was a door you didn't ask about, actually.
A door?
There's a lot of doors all together.
This tour has been a little bit twisty and turny and stuff.
It has been.
Oh, that
Purposefully.
one.
Yeah. The red door inside of the secure cage here.
Huh.
If you guys have played through the Fallout campaign, done some of the side quests, you'll know that in the apocalypse, there's some horrible people out there. Like,
Yeah, I missed the Fallout Shelter bill sign.
yeah. So you got
I think because I've seen so many of your freaking posters everywhere.
all part of the plan. So even murderers, they'll have their day in court. But what happens if you have like a literal serial killer, like someone who is a horrible person? You kind of want to have justice dispensed in a secure way that maybe you just don't want it publicized. Like, maybe this person was in one of your settlements. Maybe he got through the background checks and was murdering Minutemen or something. We have a secondary justice system here at the Hall of Justice. And in this secure cell, right here, open the door up, this is where the worst of the worst are kept. This is their holding cell. Some graffiti there. Someone got a hold of a paintbrush, it looks like, who watches the Watchmen. Probably trying to stir up trouble inside the Minutemen ranks. She's being held probably for a bunch of murders. Like, maybe she, like, killed her own family or something, like murdered a whole bunch of people. So we don't want, like, a public trial. Maybe she was living at Sanctuary, even. And we're trying to keep things kind of under the table. To get these prisoners in here, you don't want to take them through the main settlement, right?
Yeah.
So we'll bring them in through the sewer system, which exits elsewhere in Boston. So at night, we'll bring them in here, put them in the holding cell, lock them up tight. Then once it's time for their own individual trial, when it's really time for dispensing justice, take them back into the underground system. At that point, either General Dave or the judge, whoever is dispensing the justice of the day, will go over to Patriot Plaza and swipe their security card.
What the heck?
Which opens the secure...
There's sound paneling.
The secure room of dispensing justice. We don't really have a name for this room, other than perhaps just the justice room. This is where true justice is dispensed. It's hard to see. See the hatch in the floor? So they send him up to the hatch, tie him to this chair. This is a throne that was taken from one of the Nuka World gangs. Kind of appropriate. And the judge, or General Dave, waits here with their General Dave whiskey and their suppressed 45. Whoever's on trial here will make their case, and there is a judgment given out right here. Either they're allowed to go for a full civilian trial, or their story ends here in the justice room. And that's kind of the hidden secret. Only the top lieutenants and mercenaries of the Minutemen here are aware of this.
And if they're not tight-lipped, they're in that chair. And General Dave ends their story.
Exactly. I like the bit of irony of using one of their raider thrones as, like, you're tied to this as your fate is decided. And notice, Joel, the extra metal kind of backing behind the wall there, so that we don't damage the plaster with the suppressed gunshot of putting them down if we have to. Something else you didn't quite notice. Once they're taken out, they're taken into the underground, where they are disassembled and packed.
Disassembled and packed?
Packed into these storage crates. Because again, we're trying to keep this part of the justice system under the table. Because it's rough. That's true Commonwealth justice, as the random civilians like to say. That's Commonwealth justice for you, and someone gets gunned down in front of you. And there you have it, Joel. That's the other part of the Minutemen Hall of Justice and Courtroom here at Bunker Hill.
I like that.
Alright guys, well I hope you have enjoyed the tour here at Bunker Hill. But that, for now, completes the tour. Joel, thank you for coming out.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Also, guys, don't forget to look out for the update to the Minutemen Morale mod, which will include all those new paintings and posters in it.
Yeah, and leave a comment. Would you come here for justice? Or would you leave it to, would you say, the Commonwealth?
Commonwealth justice.
Yeah.
The justice of the streets. Which is funny because at some point, if you're bad enough, it becomes like street justice once again.
yeah, it's like street justice, Commonwealth, or like, then you have the actual Ranger or General Dave justice.
Yeah,
and then
like
it also
ground.
turns back into street justice in the darkness.
It's like apocalypse justice, middle ground of society. You go too far though, we're right back to street justice. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
See ya.